Guard dog flies, another Italian Gimbarto tries. Rigless Salty holds his ground. Cairo Bang is inbound. Spaggett just crashed, what a sight. Vampire Walpris haunts the night. Final lap, the checkered waves. Who will win?
Hello guys, welcome back. Yes, it's again Monday, it's Monday evening, it's Monday Racing League time. Yes, last week we started Season 10 in Las Vegas, had a nice race there, and today we are going to Austria, to Spielberg to be exact, and next week we're going down under to Australia, Melbourne. Now let's go to the track figures. We have 36 laps in total, 10 turns, 7 to the right, 3 to the left, track length of 4.3 kilometers, total race distance of 155 kilometers, and the current MRL track record from Preload, a very old one out of Season 5, is a 105.723. Now let's have a look to the driver standings. We see Myth won the last race, leading the championship table, of course. Then on P2 we have Tomasito, P3 GDA, Sumuku on P4, Roble 5, Volpress 6, Spaghetti on 7, Pera on 8, and K-Bang on 9. And rounding up the top 10, Wolfring. For the team standings we have Red Bull leading with 2 points. Gap to McLaren on P2, P3 Ferrari, P4 Mercedes, P5 Racing Bulls, AKV Carb. Then we have Aston Martin on 6, Kick Sauber on 7, Alpine, Haas and Williams with no points. Yeah, that was P8, 9 and 10. Now let's go for the serious stuff. Let's go for qualifying here in Spielberg, Austria. Yeah, welcome back guys. Hello Petra. Master Eternal Rules. Yes, we have 10 tracks in the playlist, and welcome Seinhausen. Qualifying already started, so we have the first time on the board from K-Bang, a 105.9, sorry, 090. Sadly only 9 drivers. Miss a little bit Somuku. He should race, maybe he's coming later on during the qualifying into the lobby, but yeah, 10 drivers is a shame. And by the way, Psynelson, I'm doing very fine, thank you. Hopefully you too. As you know, unless it's Monday, but still a good day as we have Monday Racing League in the evening. Now focus on GDA's hot lap. That was the turn where I rear-ended Yo-Yo once in a while. Fighting for the win here in Austria, Spielberg. in rain conditions, of course. So GTA invalidated. And I also missed better today. Let's see now the hot lap from Myth. It was a tricky turn. Turn 1, of course. 2 weeks holiday, nice. And as always, cheers guys, cheers to everybody. Welcome to the golden season 10 of Monday Racing League. Three purple sectors from Myth going for 104.303. Currently the fastest one. Wolverine on P3 and GTA with not the competitive lap time. And we just saw a Robles sliding around. I hate Mondays. Yeah, Peter, there is a song, how's it called? I don't like Mondays. Something like that. Tomasito goes for the pole time. 104.041. Wolverine on a charge. 2 green sectors. Final turn here in Spielberg. Stays on P5. Slightly improved his lap time. Now let's go for Gianbartolomeo crossing the line. Jumps up to P4. GTA went to P3, and we do have Myth still driving around. What was that? That was a Ferrari in front of Myth. Ferrari from Spaghetti. Starting his hot lap. Let's sit into the cockpit to turn 1. Very easy to invalidate there. Now turn 3. The trickiest corner here on track. Ay, ay, ay. Not too grippy for Spaghetti. .7 seconds so far behind the pole time from Tomasito. A 104.864. Let's have a look to a Robles V-Carb. 2 green sectors. 3/10 behind the pole time. So Robles is currently fighting for position 2. Goes to P2. A 104.258. K-Bang goes into the pit. And Yo-Yo as always, chilling around in Austria, in Spielberg. I'm facing low battery stuff here for the dashboard. But Master Eternal, you like the songs? Hopefully yes. And you're still chilling around. Maybe giving his teammate a little bit of slipstream here. We see in the back Tomasito. But Tomasito achieved a red sector 1, so not too fast. Good to hear, Petra. So maybe now Yo-Yo is going for a good hot lap. Currently sitting on position 4 with his McLaren. Well, Yo-Yo also former winner here in Season 8 at his home Grand Prix. And we still see the teammate from Yo-Yo, Tomasito, just behind. Is not improving, both drivers are staying on the same position. Position 1 for Tomasito, position 4 for Yo-Yo. So we'll look to Wolfrin. So Wolfrin not improving in sector 1 as well, not in sector 2. That's why we go now to Spaghetti, improved in sector 1. Green sector for him. For the Cypriotic British driver, now we see some raindrops. The rain is starting to fall, so I don't think we're gonna see some fast laps. And I think we just need to sit out 4 minutes 40 on the clock. As the fastest laps has been driven so far. On the dash I really don't see anybody improving, more or less everybody in, yeah, yellow times. Except Gian Bartolomeo improved. Everybody loves this game, Samuku. Can't you join? Yeah, guys, I think that was it for the qualifying session here in Spielberg. We will not see any faster laps because of rain approaching. On the right side you see the weather forecast, so it's just light rain. Up for the next 15 minutes. Yeah, let's see if the race is wet as well. Yeah, see Fanatec updates. No, the game won't start. Yeah. As I upgraded onto Windows 11, I struggled a lot with every software I had for streaming. OBS, etc., SimHub, the game itself, then more or less every audio device hasn't been recognized, etc., then the graphic drivers update, etc., and yeah, a big mess. And this on the game computer as well as on the streaming computer. But now more or less it runs smoothly. 85% of CPU usage, okay. See you next season, you mean see you next race. Australia, next one. The drivers are going out to have a little bit of fun here. You see the Rainmaster Jojo. Yo-Yo Jojo, however, I'm a little bit influenced of the many songs I made through the AI. Rainmaster Jojo owns the skies. It's a phrase from the song, by the way. Yay! That's wild stuff out there. We have, yeah, the last 10 seconds in the qualifying. Yo-Yo on P4. So this might be the qualifying results. Tomasito on P1, Arobla P2, Myth on P3, then Yo-Yo on P4. Myth disqualified from the session, okay. GDA on P5, 4, because of the disqualification from Myth. Now GDA on P4, Chambatome on 5, Spaghetti on 6, Wolfrin on 7, K-Bang rounding up the top 8, and then the disqualification from Myth puts him on the back foot. On P9 for the race. And a robe lurking around here. Well, I'm more or less sure that in the race we have wet conditions. Otherwise the drivers wouldn't go out in the wet here. Just like a little bit to adapt to the rainy conditions. But let's see, maybe the race is dry. We don't know yet. Little boys are playing around. But come on guys, let's quit qualifying and go for the main race. Well, I always say little boys, but I think they're everybody's taller than me. So again, qualifying results: Tomasito in the McLaren on P1, V-Carb Aroble on P2, the second McLaren with Yo-Yo on P3, GDA on P4, Gianbartolomeo on 5, Spaghetti on 6, Wolfrin on 7, K-Bang in the Kicksauber on 8, and Myth in the Red Bull in position 9. Disqualification for him. Okay, we're gonna have heavy rain conditions out there. Gonna be a funny race. I think it's full wet territory. Yeah, I don't think that the drivers will survive on the intermediate tires, but you never know. Maybe one or the other driver will try their luck on intermediate tires. Well, the dashboard shows me clear sky, sunny. Yeah, okay. Facing the same problems as always. So now let's go for the formation lap. What else we need? Yeah, just a quick check for the tire choices. Wow, I've been completely wrong with the drivers will go for wet tire selection, full wets or X wets. Everybody went on intermediates, okay. Let's see. Yeah. I'm open for any predictions who is winning the race today in Spielberg, Austria. I go, of course, for Yo-Yo ahead of Tomasito and Roble. Yeah, Yo-Yo, the Rainmaster himself, he will prove that he's the master in rainy conditions. Just need to note down everything. I'm not the youngest man anymore. So we have Yo-Yo, Thomas, and Aroba. Let's have a look. Yeah, Aroba finished last race in Las Vegas on position 5. Yo-Yo ended up on P11 in Las Vegas. And Tomasito, quickly check here, on the podium on P2. But now let's go for the race start. Let's go for the POV from GDA. 1 light, 2 light, 4 light, 5 light, sorry. Out the way we go racing here in Spielberg. Traction fight between GDA and Yo-Yo. With a slightly better aim for GDA, forcing maybe Yo-Yo a little bit off track, and Yo-Yo is coming back to his P3. What a pretty nice start from the drivers here, no carnage. Do we see a dive from GDA? Yes, we saw a dive. Let's go to the outside camera. Turn 3. Wow, that was Smith involved into carnage. Do you see any damage? No, no damage at all for any of the drivers, so everybody survived that one. And Thomas in the lead ahead of Aroble and GDA. The gaps are still more or less feasible after one lap. And Myth already on fire here in the reign of Spielberg. Tomasito, of course, the fastest lap goes to him after lap 1. That's always an easy task. The first driver who finished on the start-finish line gets the fastest lap award after lap 1. That's really logic. So not have intermediate territory for whole race. Let's check the weather update. Is it working or not? I do have light rain for the next 15 to 20 minutes. Yes. Smith currently driving on position 6. As I said on a chart here. With the fastest middle sector, sector 2. Not just behind his rival Spaghetti. Spaghetti won season 7 as driver champion. And Myth has been the champion of season 9. Now Myth is overtaking Spaghetti. He's going for a hunt here. Looks like Yoyo is struggling a little bit here in the rain. That's pretty unusual. Maybe he's just saving a little bit his tires. Let's see the tire usage. 3% in the front, 7% in the rear for Yoyo. It's more or less the same that everybody has. The most usage has Tomasito on P1. 5% and 10% in the back. So we can work with the dashboard, let's see. And Yoyo under attack from Myth. What an overtake on the outside, but Yoyo's still fighting there for the position, slightly touching. Wow, that was a little bit chaotic. None of these two drivers wanted to give too much room, let's say this way. Political correctly. And in front we still see Tomasito leading the Grand Prix ahead of Roble. Some statistics from Roble. He already had 1 win. Not many drivers achieving a win here in the Monday Racing League. He had won many top 3s and top 5. Last season has been horrible for him. He DNF'd so many times. Was very horrible for him last season. Hopefully he's having a better season this time out here in season 10. And we are in lap 5 of 36 here in the main race. And we just saw GDA sliding around a little bit. Let's go on board to GDA. He's doing a pretty good job. to be as close as possible to the top drivers. By the way, regarding track limit warnings and penalties, we have Gian Bartolomeo already received a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. Currently driving on position 7. And now we got a warning for corner cutting for K-Bang on position 8. Let's go to K-Bang. Just behind K-Bang we see Wolfing, the second Merc driver. As you can see in the graphics, K-Bang is more or less a new driver. 12 races. This is race number 12 here in Austria. 4 top 10s. There is much more to come from this young driver. Yes! The telemetry data, you mean? It's working once in a while. But let's see next week. We do also see that Wolfrin is not coming too close to K-Bang. Just stays behind him, maybe saving a little bit of grip from his tires. But that's a close battle, and now let's go back to the front to GDA. Let's have a look to the broadcast camera Roble. So we see Tomasito and GDA. Well, on the right side you see the current standings, of course, after one race. Yeah, but I think it could look more or less the same at the end of the season with Myth and Tomasito fighting for the driver championship title. Well, we had a 10-second time penalty last time out in Las Vegas for Berra. Berra is also fighting for the driver championship. Hopefully also some other drivers like Yo-Yo and GDA. Let's keep the eye open for the gaps between GDA and Myth. 0.9 seconds gap as well. The gap between P5 Yo-Yo in the McLaren and P6 the Ferrari from Spaghetti. Pretty close. Let's go to Spaghetti to have an overview if he is attacking into turn 3. I don't think so. Maybe we see an attack from Wolfring. The same turn 3. A little slide and lots of traction there for K-Bang. Now Wolfring is overtaking. An easy overtake for the Hungarian driver. He's more or less inventory for the league here. A good soul. Good man. Nice to have him in the league. Driving on the edge, a little bit sliding around. And we missed the overtake from Myth onto GD8. Myth now driving on position 3. Let's go quickly to GD8. Driver behind Myth into Red Bull. And as you can see, the track record from preload, a very old one, a 105723. I don't think we're gonna see a new track record here. As you can see on the weather forecast, it's still light rain for the next 15 to 20 minutes. Wow, what a slide from GDA. And the roller close. Pretty close behind Tomasito. I think the action involves here is involving, whatever. And the Robler going for the inside move. No. Wow. Fair driving from all of these drivers here. Beautiful camera angle from a Robles V-Carb. Beautiful camera. Now Roble and Myth are coming closer and closer. Let's have a look from the copy camera from Myth. Is he going for an overtake? Yes, he's using a little bit of battery. Now Roble goes for the move. A safe move, a little touch to the back of the car from Roble from Tomasito, losing out with traction. And also Myth next to him is trying. Not even trying, he just did it. Did the overtake. Tomasito led the race for 11 laps, now ending up on position 3. Lost 2 positions in 1 lap. Is it now time to react to this one for Tomasito? Not into turn 1, but maybe into turn 3. Nice exit, little slide from Tomasito. Pedal to the metal through turn 2 into turn 3. Oi, we just missed it. Whoa, 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 whoa. What an overtake. I thought, why is Myth going for the inside? Defending from Tomasito, but he wasn't defending. He has been attacking a Roble and did the overtake. Now leading again on P1 Myth, the reigning champion from season 9. Oi! A Roble driving on the edge. Really driving on the edge. You see the last winner, Spaghetti, Yo-Yo, Myth, Freelo, and again Spaghetti. Gonna be a hell of a ride for Spaghetti to win the race here. Currently driving on position 6 and fighting with the Italian driver Gian Bartolomeo in the Aston Martin. Boy, that was pretty close sliding because the wheels blocked a little bit too much of throttle input. Lost a little bit of traction. But still not far away behind from Spaghetti in the Ferrari. Ferrari did the same here, Spaghetti. Oh. There are no gifts. What an overtake from Gian Bartolomeo. Normally you don't overtake in that turn. Nice and fair racing. Again. But is Spaghetti able to respond to this attack? Yes or no? No pit stops done for time being. In front we see Myth driving away 1.9, close to 2 seconds gap to a Roble. Oopsie poopsie. No good, no good. Also Wolfrin overtook Spaghetti and the next driver in charge behind him is K-Bang. Trying to overtake the Cypriotic British driver as well. As I said, sadly we miss some drivers today. If we have a full grid we only have 16 drivers. So if you like to join a competitive league, just check out Discord. Looks like Spaghetti is now going into pit. Get rid of the tires. The first man in pit is Spaghetti. And he's going for soft, not soft, dry tires, changing the front wing. We have medium tires. Let's see if it can keep the car under control with the dry tires. There's no rain anymore. Even the dashboard is saying it's a light rain out there. But only 12% of rain. Let's have a look to Spaghetti's right here into turn 3. This is sliding a lot. No. Well, he's going pretty slow. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And I think it's still too wet for dry tires. And the gap already close to 4 seconds between Myth and Tomasito. So is Myth going for another win of the Driver Championship title. But sadly also his teammate Clipper doesn't join today. Aroba goes in. As well, GDA. Aroba is going for hard tires. And what about GDA? GDA is also going for hard tires. We do have a virtual safety car. Why that? We do have some damage on Spaghetti's front wing. Maybe it was a little bit too early to change to the dry tires. Yeah, he's lurking around. Of course, we have the virtual safety car. But that doesn't mean to drive so slow here. Tomasito gets a drive-through penalty. No good at all. Not a good sign for a driver. Was it Myth already lapping Spaghetti? Wow. Carnage involved now. Myth lapping Spaghetti in lap 19 and doing a spin. Let's have a look to Wolfrin. Was way too early to stick with dry tires, as we saw on Spaghetti's example. Gianbartolomeo also went into pit and he's changing as well to hard tires rubber. K-Bang sliding. So we had GDA Robert, Gianbartolomeo and Spaghetti went for dry tires. The rest still driving on the intermediate tires. Let's have a quick weather update. You're now into pit as well, taking the medium rubber tires, the yellow ones. Mediums for 16, yeah, 16 laps might be just okay. Oh. There is no rubber left on the tires from K-Bang. Every time he pushes the pedal, the car is sliding around. Going wider and wider, but keeps the car on track. That's a close one now. I think Orphan is going for the overtake attempt. Into turn 3, easy going, not so far. And we've seen the Ferrari from Spaghetti and Wolfin attacking K-Bang, fighting for position 3. K-Bang, as I said, once in a while with 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. Looks like now Caban is going into pit to get rid of his old tires. Wolfrin still driving. And Tomasito in the pit as well. Went for medium tires, lets it into his car. We're in lap 22, 14 laps to go. So most of the drivers now on dry tires. I just saw that the Robler went into pit to change from the hard tires onto intermediates again. So we have 3 drivers left on intermediates. The new tires from a Robler driving currently on position 7. Then the leader Myth also went for a new set of intermediate tires. Still leading the Grand Prix. Then 21 laps old intermediate tires for Wolfrin. But Wolfrin in the pits. Changed again to the intermediate tires. This race here is really a strategy gamble. Soft or hard or intermediates or mediums, whatever, and Gianbartolomeo retiring from the session. So no Aston Martin finishing the race here in Spielberg, Austria. 8 drivers left in the session. And Myth going even faster with a 1:10.200. A 1:10.200. Of course not a track record. And K-Bang receives another 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. So he's driving with 6 warnings resulting into 6 seconds of time penalty. Spaghetti in the pits, changing again to dry tires, hard rubber for him. Yeah, just check the gap between Myth and Tomasito, 30 seconds. Myth driving on new intermediates, Tomasito on new medium tires. You see the gap is around 30 seconds now, 30.6 while he crossed the start-finish line. Let's see the next time he's crossing the line how much he's losing compared to Myth, or is he gaining now because the track is drying out. Another 3 seconds for K-Bang. Now on 9 seconds time penalty. At 30.6 now, Tomasito across the start finish line with around 32 seconds gap to Myth. It's more or less 1.5 second lose per lap. Yeah, and Myth going for the fastest lap, even faster. .1:10.093. Another driver who drives one in the 1:10s is Aroble, a 1:10.243 for him. A little twitchy car there, but kept the car on track. The DRS is enabled. Now it's more or less dry conditions out there. Otherwise we wouldn't see this announcement from the FIA that DRS is enabled. But nobody within this second to be able to open up the rear wing. We still have 8 laps to go now. The fast lap goes to Tomasito. He's now slightly closing the gap to Myth, but there is still 32 seconds of gap, and I think Myth is coming into pit in this lap to get rid of his intermediate tires. Let's see if the Red Bull driver is coming in now. Yes, he is coming into pit. Aroble goes for a 1:09.861. And Yo-Yo gets a 3-second time penalty. Now Myth went on to medium rubber tires, the yellow ones. Yo-Yo goes for the fastest lap of 1:09.704. Might see some very fast laps now. As the track dried out. And Tomasito 1:09.285. One hot lap after the other. And Yo-Yo for time being with the purple sector 1, green sector 2. Purple now for Myth. I think that's another fastest lap here in the race from Yo-Yo. Yes, a 1:08.720 for the Austrian driver. Let's have a look to Tomasito. Green sector 1, purple sector 2. What a slide from Tomasito. Final turn. Oh, not a fastest lap. 1:10 slower than Yo-Yo on his fastest lap attempt. Let's have a look, quick look to the warnings. We see Myth with 1 warning, another 3 seconds for K-Bang. Then we have Tomasito with 2 warnings, Wolfrin with 2 warnings, GDA with 3, resulting into 3 seconds time penalty. Then we have Arobe with 1 warning, 12 warnings, resulting into 12 seconds time penalty for K-Bang. 3 warnings with 3 seconds time penalty for Spaghetti, then not Spaghetti, Yo-Yo, sorry. Then Spaghetti with 2 warnings, and the fastest lap from Myth, a 107.306. And Wolfrin still driving on the intermediate tires. He's trying to hold on to his teammate GDA. Try to stay within these 3 seconds of time penalty from GDA and then achieving another podium. And we see a massive 2 minutes 16 seconds gap between Myth and Spaghetti in the Ferrari. He definitely changed too early onto dry tires. And Myth goes for another fastest lap of 105.867. Now we're coming closer to the track record territory. As I said, a 105.867. 105.867 from Myth, and the track record is a 105.723 from Prilo out of Season 5. Pretty close. 1.5 tenths. Splitting Prilo's track record from the fastest lap here, driven by Myth in the Red Bull. Yes, and we have it. That's a new track record from Myth, the Italian driver driving in the Red Bull. But in Season 10, it's a new track record of 105.026. What an achievement. Another track record goes to Italy, to Naples, to Myth. He's holding some of the track records here in the league. And of course, he's one of the fastest drivers we ever had in the league. Alongside Berra, Mute, also in the good old times, of course, Spaghetti. Yo-Yo is also a very fast driver as well. Tomasito, GDA, Arola, etc, etc. course you can, cause K-Bang is approaching a Roble. Yellow flags. Was a... was a Merc. The Merc from Wolfrin. K-Bang trying to overtake a Roble. At the Pirelli turn. Down to the Ver corner. Turn 7 here. Going a title line for K-Bang. The Rindt corner. And the Red Bull Mobile. When do we see an attack from K-Bang? We see the attack now, just overtook our Roble. But K-Bang still of course driving with 12 seconds time penalty, and our Roble is striking back. He just stole a little bit the DRS point, defending the inside. No, a slight touch from K-Bang to a Roble's car. A Roble close to a spin. So we are in the final lap here, and yeah. The final lap means if there are no fights ongoing on track, we go to the leader. It's again another Italian win, unless he's doing some mistake and fucking up his whole race here in Spielberg, Austria. But I think Myth is wise enough to win the race, to bring it home, bring it back home to Italy, to Naples for the Red Bull team. We will hear the Italian anthem one more time this season, the second time this season. We are in race number 2. Let's see next week what happened in Melbourne, Australia. Tomasito going for a solid P2. Crossing the start finish line with 33 seconds. It goes for a track record of 1:04.996. What a time, what a time, what an achievement. Of course, an extra point for this fastest lap for Tomasito. Now we see, we're watching GDA crossing the start finish line on the podium. One more time on the podium for the Portuguese driver. Then we're gonna go to K-Bang finishing on track on position 4, but will be spoiled back to, I think, position 7. So a Roble on P4, Wolfrin on P5, K-Bang on P6, P6 not P7, sorry for that. Then we have not Spaghetti, Yo-Yo on P7, and Spaghetti in the Ferrari on P8, and Gianbartolomeo DNF'd, not finished the race on position 9. By the way, K-Bang guys, why you don't race here in the league? Just join. Now let's go for the FIA stuff. Again, the results: Smith on P1, another win for Italian driver. Then Tomasito on P2 brings the podium to Hungary. Then the Portuguese driver GDA rounding up the podium on P3. Roble on P4, Wolfrin on 5, the second Hungarian driver here, and K-Bang on P6. Yo-Yo on his home Grand Prix, position 7, a former winner here in Spielberg. Then Spaghetti on P8 and DNF from Gianbartolomeo. I'll quickly go to the incident stuff. It stopped. Was it from the race side? Now let's go for the, I want to say qualifying, but it's not qualifying. It's interview time. We'll quickly change the headphones. Now I need to grab the drivers in the Discord channel. Let's see. I was thinking just grabbing Spaghetti into the interview channel. Andreas, how's life? And Myth?
Well,
Hey?
what's Andreas doing here?
Yeah, he had close to 3 minutes gap to you. That's why he need to have an interview, right?
So I don't think he's here anyway.
No, he's
I
not
think he's gone in the
responding.
kitchen or something.
Kitchen? Toilet, I think.
I don't know.
And Tomasito, of course. Yeah, let's talk about strategy, guys.
Quite interesting.
Tomasito, why you went so early onto dry tires?
Because Mattia pitted, and I thought that he is going to use the dry tires, so I pitted as well. And when I saw that he went to the inters, I know that I messed up.
Yeah, never go to pit before the DRS is enabled, right?
Yep.
That's something like that. Yeah, have you been aware of that, Mattia? That you need to go for a second pit stop? Just go first onto the intermediates to drive out maybe a little bit of gap to the other drivers and then going in again?
I was quite sure about it, but I wanted to go very long. Because I wanted to... I wanted the others to pit, so I just stayed up. And at the end of the day, many people did. Arable did. Thomas followed me, but I don't know many people also drives, but I was quite sure. Because at the start of the race, like you see the panel, you see it's raining for most of the race, so
Yeah.
even if it dries up, some tracks took so long to dry up. And I knew this one was one of them, so I was just playing mind games, not much else.
Yeah.
I thought it was not ideal, to be fair. So.
I think the first driver who went on to dry tires was Spaghetti. Yeah,
Yeah, at that point it was like 10 seconds off the pace.
10 seconds per lap, right?
Yeah, like ideally I should have boxed 7 laps before, or 8 even. But I went very long for this reason.
What was how do you say? You gave the other drivers the wrong direction to change to pit and
exactly.
change to the dry tires. Cool strategy stuff. And yeah, guys, let's talk about next week's race. We saw Melbourne in real life this weekend. Any thoughts on next week's race, Tomasito?
I think it will be interesting. There was a close, so maybe they will be more safety car than now. We will see.
Of course, what about you, Myth? You like it? Australia?
Yeah, it's fine. For the rest, Jones also. So yeah, maybe if it's wet, it might be better. Or no, I don't know.
Well, I think it's a good racing track. Of course, here in the league we have seen many side by sides and 3 wide, 4 wide. Once in a while we had a 5 wide, I think, that was in Monza. Maybe we see something similar here in next week in Australia.
Yeah, so today almost swiped Jojo off. And yeah, I don't know if you saw that, but I probably turned into him a bit in the straight.
Saw 2 or 3 incidents. One was with Aroble and K-Bang. but yours I didn't saw. But yeah, keep fingers crossed. We have a little bit more drivers next week. Yeah, because 9 drivers, come on. Well, we know that the game is not the best one, but we will survive this one, and hopefully the next game is better. Spaghetti's still not here, otherwise he would talk, I think. Huh? No. Yeah, was it? Any last thoughts from your side, guys? Myth, any thoughts on your double wins, 2 races in season 10, winning both races? Any thoughts?
No, let's try to win the other ones, maybe.
The other ones, you want to go for a 16 out of 16, right?
No.
Why
I
not?
cannot.
Why not? It's worth a try.
No. I don't like to ruin a season like this, so.
Nobody
Yeah,
achieved that one, by the way.
Yeah, I'm not achieving that as well, don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Tomasito?
I just want to compliment Matthias' pace today. It was too fast for everyone, basically. It was great. Good job.
Well, let's.
Today was actually insane. I really have this pace advantage compared to the others, so I don't know what happened. Because not any different, but probably I slept more.
Maybe you ate a little bit too much Catalan cream or something. That's why you're so fast. I don't know. But let's keep fingers crossed that the others are coming closer and closer next week in Australia. And thank you for racing, guys. And see you next week. Take care.
Next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
And Spaghetti's still not in the chat. Anyway, that was it for the interviews today. Hope you had some fun out there watching the race. And yeah, hopefully we're seeing you next week again for race number 3 in Australia. And now let's go for some music. Take care, have a good week. See you soon. Thank you for watching. Bye bye, guys.
Monday night, engines roar, hit the track, we're back for more. Lights go out, the race ignites, flat out speed, no fear in sight. On the limit, no retreat, through the corners, feel the heat. Slipstream tight, attack is near, who will crack, the moment's here. Arable's gone, DNF so fast, didn't think that he would last. Champion it, the pace is tight, JDA's ready for the fight. Speed and glory, risk it all. One mistake and you might fall. Lap by lap, the battle's on. Push the pedal, feel it burn. Lap by lap, we never stop. Monday night, where legends spawn. Safety car, boys, Muku flies. Rainmaster Jojo owns the skies. Bera leads, but Tomasito's near. Is he the champ? This might be his year. Inventory Wolfrine's on the chase. Underwear Ripster sets the pace. Picard's there. Sorry, mate. Yellow flags, it's getting late. Speed and glory, risk it all. One mistake and you might fall. Lap by lap, the battle's on. Push the pedal, feel it burn. Lap by lap, we never stop. Monday night, where legends spawn. A new leader, Frank Tonk flies. Another Italian, Giambarto tries. Wrigless Salty holds his ground. Cairo Bang is inbound. Spaggett just crashed, what a sight. Vampire Wolpris haunts the night. Final lap, the checkered waves. Who will win? The league still waits. Checkered flag, the final turn. One last move, win or learn. Sector 3, all in play. Fighting hard till race day. Monday night, engines fade. But next week we light the stage. Monday Racing League, we're here to stay. Ready for another race day. Go, 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 go. Fucking go! Monday night, engines roar. Hit the track, we're back for more. Lights go out, the race ignites. Flat out speed, no fear in sight. On the limit, no retreat. Through the corners, feel the heat. Slipstream tight, attack is near. Who will crack? The moment's here. A robo's gone, DNF'd so fast. Didn't think that he would last. Champion myth, the pace is tight. GDA's ready for the fight. Speed and glory, risk it all. One mistake and you might fall. Lap by lap, the battle's on. Push the pedal, feel it burn. Lap by lap, we never stop. Monday night, where legends born. Safety car boys, Amuku flies. Rainmaster Jojo owns the skies. Berra leads, but Tomasito's near. Is he the champ? This might be his year. Inventory Wolverine's on the chase. Underwear Ripster sets the pace. Pickard's there, sorry mate. Clipper crashed and did escape. Yellow